My name is Jonathan Boone, and I'd like to welcome you to Bulkley Valley Christian School Distributed Learning's History 12, The Story of Tragedy and Hope. Perhaps no other century in the history of the world so tragically highlights the destructive effects of man's rebellion against God as does the 20th century. It's a tragic history of conflicting ideologies and idolatries, of crisis and of killing on a horrific scale. Yet the 20th century, like all history, is considered part of the study of God's unfolding plan of salvation and of His grace and faithfulness to humanity. Our confidence as Christians is that in the broad sweep of history, God's plan of redemption is being carried out. And our hope is that by taking this course, you will learn that you too can be an instrument in the healing of today's world. Areas of study will include World War I, the interwar period, World War II, the Cold War, the Middle East, the rise of Asia, and the rise and collapse of the Soviet Union.
Why should a Christian take History 12?
It's been said that history repeats itself, so by studying history we can learn from mankind's mistakes and help to create a better future.
It's important for Christians to learn about history because we can learn a lot from the people that have gone before us.
Learn how to make a better and better future for future generations.
God wanted us to learn from our mistakes in the past so that we don't repeat those in the future.
How can I see God's goodness despite man's sinful nature?
God's shown grace and forgiveness, and that He'll always be there for us.
I think God has really stayed with us even though, despite the sin of man, and He won't abandon us in the future.
God has always been loving, forgiving to us, never turning His back.
Even though it seems as if the world's going to end, with such crises as like the Cuban Missile Crisis or World War II, and I believe that He's always watching over us and He's going to love us no matter what, because He won't abandon us, because we are His creation and He loves us.
What was the most fascinating thing I learned about History 12?
Learning about German U-boats coming up to the St. Lawrence and up the North American eastern coast. I think it's pretty fascinating that they've gone this far and that they even set up a weather station in Canada.
Probably the way all the events are connected with each other. Before taking the course, I was probably aware of all these events and all these things that happened in history, but after taking the course, I can appreciate how they're connected and how different things affected the outcome.
Probably the Cold War. I never realized how close mankind was to destruction so many different times.
The war in Vietnam, because I got to see both sides of the story, from the American and the Vietnam citizen point of view, and the cruelty that was shown to the Vietnamese people by the Americans.
As you learn this material from this Christian perspective, you will complete various assignments based on the course textbook, based on online research, some quizzes, a couple of tests, and you'll participate in various online forums with other students as well as your teacher. If at any time you have a question about the course, please feel free to contact your teacher via email or through the course's Facebook page. I'm looking forward to being your teacher and trust that this is a meaningful experience for you. Thank you.